Anyway, hello, Cringe Music Podcast, Season 4, Episode 3. We got custom tags now. Wowee, look at that. Custom tags and shit. That's incredible. Anyway, I got last time's video uploaded before we did the episode. That's unheard of. I've never done that. I edited a bunch of videos. I've got the entire Stanley Parable playthrough is up on YouTube. The first episode of Kingdom Hearts goes up tomorrow. What the fuck? I'm productive. I can't believe it.
Bro, you and me both.
But anyway, albums this week. Dimmu, Borgirs, and Sorte, Diaboli. Everything is a Lot by Will Wood. And Reaching a New Refutation of Time and Space by Digable Planets. Digable? Digable sounds like it should have 2 G's, so I don't know how to pronounce that.
Yeah.
So real quick before we get started, one of the guys that's in I'm just gonna call him Digable Planets, even if that's wrong.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me get this dude's name really quick. So that I'm Ishmael Butler. His son is Little Tracy of Goth Boy Click, who has collaborated with Little Peep before. So what the fuck? That's a thing I found out.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of gamer.
But anyway, I guess my album first. So Dimmu Borgirs and Sorte Diaboli. For a long time, this was my favorite Dimmu Borgir album. I couldn't tell you why, because, like, going back and listening to this was kind of mid, honestly. Like, Serpentine Offering, I heard from, like, Rock Band, and I still think that song is pretty good, but, like, the next 2 songs, Chosen Legacy and Conspiracy Unfolds, are just really boring. They were so boring that I was actively, like, wanting to do other things while I had it on. Like, I had, like, some Twitch streams on in the background, and they were kind of, like, muted while I was listening to the album. And then, like, at some point, I just got bored and started looking at Reddit, and I'm like, oh, yeah, I'm trying to listen to this album, but these 2 tracks are so painfully boring. It did pick back up again with track 4, Sacrilegious Scorn. I still think that song's pretty good. Fall and Arise is a little instrumental track. And then kind of just the final half of the album is, like, pretty solid. I don't know what it is about that first half. It's just painfully boring. I didn't care for it at all. I think the track names, the pattern that they're going with is neat, but I don't know. First half really boring, painfully boring, and then the second half it picks up, but by that point you might have lost interest. So I don't know. This album's like a 5 for me, I think. I don't know. It's not as good as I remember, that's for sure.
We got an Anthony Fantano 5 over here.
But if you're into some symphonic metal and you want to see, I'm looking at the album cover. There's a Baphomet titties. If you're into that, by all means, I guess.
It's okay. I mean, it's a Dimmu Borgir album. It's, like Mike said, it's kind of mid compared to the first one he picked. I don't remember the name. It's Gateways.
Yeah,
No,
Gateways is the song on
It's
the
the
other
song.
album I picked on Abrahadabra. Yeah, that album's a little
Abracadabra.
that album's a little bit better.
That one, pretty damn good. This one, meh. It just kind of felt like harsh banging.
Yeah, I get that.
As opposed to the last one, which was pretty solid. I mean, it wasn't bad. It's just I'm not gonna go back and listen to it. It's like, okay, this is on. Okay, I kind of vibe with this song. I vibe with that one. Serpentine Offering is pretty good. But the rest of it's meh. I didn't care for it.
Yeah. I mean, I liked it. It's like you said, it's symphonic metal, and that's like the exact kind of heavier, like, black and death metal that I like, is when it's more symphonic. So I mean, it was enjoyable. but I'll agree that the first half is a little boring, minus Serpentine Offering. That one, in my opinion, is probably my favorite on the track, on the album. Um, overall, I'll say I enjoyed the experience, but it's probably not a band that I'm gonna. Well, I shouldn't say band. This album, I'm probably not gonna revisit again, just because it does kind of sound like other symphonic metal I've listened to.
Yeah.
I can listen to something else and have something that's a little bit more unique, I guess. But yeah, I mean, not. I wouldn't call it bad.
All right. Well, whoever would like to go next.
Y'all want to talk about my album? Because I'm pretty sure y'all hated this.
Actually,
Yeah,
I was pleasantly surprised by
yeah.
this.
Don't assume anything.
Really? Okay. Um, well, my wife actually recommended me a song off this album, which is a 6 Up 5 0 Cop Out. And I listened to it and I'm like, wow, this dude's vocals are really fucking unique. And so I went and I found the album and I listened to it and I went, wow, this is all wildly different. I like this. And I listened to his entire discography in like 2 days. Um, love it a lot. 605 Up Cop Out, my favorite song off the album for obvious reasons. It's really good. But it's like I was telling you, this thing is this album, whatever genre it is really hard to describe and reminds me of that satanic doo-wop group that you showed me,
Ah,
Mike.
Twin
Twin
Temple.
Temple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Twin Temple. That's their name.
Yep.
It reminds me sort of like that, but more like Roaring Twenties style, which I fuck with because, as we all know, suits, fancy whiskey, kind of my vibe. So I like this a lot. I was expecting y'all to hate it, but I'm surprised that you like it, and I'm excited to hear your opinions.
So, yeah, looking at the cover of this, it's very hard to pick out what genre this would be. So I put this on and I hear like what I can only describe as jazz on speed comes on and I'm like, what in the goddamn is going on? And every single track is wacky as hell. It's like doo-wop mixed with jazz, but it's on crack, and it's fucking great. This is a wild ride, dude. This dude's vocals are really, really good. Everything about this is nuts. It's good. This is good.
And this band's like criminally underrated. There's almost no plays for it on YouTube.
There's one track on this that's like 4 minutes of like construction noises or something.
Yep.
For
It was
like
like
the
the
first,
end.
like
think it
the
was-
end of it or something.
Yeah, I think it was the closing track had like 2.5 minutes of just construction noises.
Yeah, the whole theme of this album was supposed to be Roaring Twenties styling, which I think he accomplished pretty well. Because if you pair this up with Lackadaisy, which is my favorite webtoon, it matches up perfectly with the styling. It's really good. Highly recommended. I'm surprised y'all liked it, but pleasantly so.
Yeah, I also I mean I love the unique shit, the ones that I can't always pin down a genre at first. And when I first listened, first song I'm like, okay, I can't is this jazz or something else? But I think jazz on speed is a good fucking description. That makes sense because throughout the entire album, it was also not in a bad way. Sometimes I felt like I was getting whiplash from like the different shit he was doing, or the band was doing. I genuinely enjoy it. I love weird shit. I love unique like genre bending albums and artists. So this was right up my fucking alley of shit I like that's just weird enough. Um, but also really fucking good because like honestly his vocals, like you guys said, are so unique and like honestly really good that I I'm gonna listen to basically the rest of his fucking discography now too.
It's all
Because
pretty weird and jarring, fair
yeah,
warning.
that's fine.
So if you're putting it on to look for a specific thing or look for a similar song to what he has, don't expect to find it.
I expect this. I am expecting weird shit, and that's fine with me.
Yeah, it's like all
Yeah.
over the place, but it's really good.
I love his. I love that there was kind of this continuous like jazz influence in just about all the songs. Like you said, it is. I do very much feel that like Roaring Twenties doo wop kind of swinger vibes from it a little bit. Um, but his the man's very talented because the piano is really fucking good, and it's
Mm.
not like overwhelming, but it's also not so quiet you can't hear it. It blends and like makes it. He blends like all the instruments very very well. Um, Overall, I loved this. I'm gonna have to listen to more.
I am pleasantly surprised. I was also pleasantly surprised by your album, Conley, because it was not what I was expecting at all.
Yep. So I picked I'm gonna say Digable too because I don't actually know if that's how you say it or not. Digable Planet's Reaching, a new refutation of time and space. So I I I started listening to or re-listened to A Tribe Called Quest like a couple months ago, and like re-listened to like all their albums and was like, ah, fuck, I forgot why I like them so much, or not forgot, but just like, oh yeah, I like this album or these guys. So then I went looking for other artists, um, found these guys, and really loved like the like similar-ish sound, but also like they and I know Tribe Called Quest does do like more like they do political songs, but Digable Planets has quite a few like politically specific songs. I
Yeah.
heard I heard the song La Femme Fatale, and like the second I heard that song, I was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna pick this album this time. Um, I just in general though really enjoy this kind of I think is this fuck, is this I think this is an East Coast kind of style.
This
Um,
is like chat pop, is what this reminds me of.
yeah, it's just kind of this like very chill with a lot of like repeated lyrics.
Oh,
Um,
yo, what the fuck? This album came out in 1993?
I know. And it's almost 30 years old, and that song about abortion is still fucking relevant. And I both hate and love it. I can't tell which. Um,
I thought this was released in like the early 2010s. I didn't
and
realize.
I
Huh.
know. Yeah.
This has a
Um,
very timeless styling.
it really does. Exactly. That's kind of the other way. When I hit that song, I felt the same thing that I was like, this song could be made today, and I wouldn't question it at all. I genuinely enjoy all of the like people that are in it. Um, Honestly, having the one woman like rapper or like the one artist, I love her voice and love like her addition onto this and like how they also add on to it. 'Cause I feel like I don't hear nearly as much women in like rap groups,
Mm.
Oh
or
yeah,
at
for
least not
sure.
to be like as front and center in music in like the music as she is.
Like
So
it's good to be here. I put it on shuffle on Spotify and that was the first song that came on and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I was expecting like prog rock
uh-huh.
because I mean, prog rock is one of your favorite genres. So I was
Oh yeah.
expecting like progressive rock and then I put it on and I'm like, "What in the EDM hip hop hell is this?" And
Ye-
it's weirdly unique. It reminds me a lot of like chap hop, which if you're not familiar with chap hop, think like 1920s style British rap.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
and it kind of reminded me of that. And I was like, this is kind of a vibe. I fuck with it. And I listened to the whole track in the car, and I like it a lot. It's very unique, very strange. I did not know that his son was in Goth Boy Click. What the fuck? Uh, but I mean, it seems like his family just has a natural talent for this genre, which is really cool. I'm happy to see that. I'm
Um,
probably gonna go back and listen to more.
yeah, this is initially I just kind of wrote this off as just kind of your standard late 80s, early 90s kind of style of hip hop, which isn't really my favorite. Only really thing that sounds like this that I'm into is like KMD, early MF Doom stuff. But I think
Hmm.
like the more I listen to this album, it kind of grew on me because like I really do like the instrumentals, and I guess I never I was late into getting into like hip hop and rap and stuff. So I've
Hmm.
listened to more newer stuff than I have older stuff, and I'm kind of playing catch up. So this kind of style of flow isn't typically my thing. I do really like the instrumentals here a lot, but I guess as I listened to it, it grew on me some more, and I like it now more than I did when I put the first track on. So I think it's overall like a pretty solid album. It's really chill. It is kind of terrifying how lyrics on some of the tracks are still relevant even today because nothing changes.
Uh-huh.
Um, but yeah, overall, solid album if you're into this style.
It's pretty damn good. It was jarring, but good.
Alrighty, well, uh, I got nothing else really. So I guess we pick a album.
What the fuck do I want to pick?
So, what the fuck? No, stop playing a YouTube video. I'm trying to.
I I don't know if this name will get you TOS, Mike.
Oh boy.
Type it in Discord first, and I'll look at it.
I mean it's a band, so I would assume it wouldn't, but I'm gonna pick something from a wildly different genre than what I normally pick. And I don't know anymore. Y'all might like this. Um, I don't know if you will. It's very political. Fair warning. Like Rage Against the Machine levels of political.
Ah, it's fine with me.
Um, so
Okay.
I'm just gonna type the name.
Okay.
So
Um,
I'm gonna continue with my theme of picking albums by bands that I chose in season one, which means that if we're going forward from season one, that means I get to pick. Oh, oh,
Oh,
really?
that
Oh,
definitely. That's not TOS, I don't think.
okay. That means that I get to get Conley's opinions on Taratina Brosa. Very cool.
Ooh.
Which means that I'm picking their last album because I don't think that they've been active for the past 10 years. I'm picking their 2016 album, The Reverses.
okay,
Uh,
so the album that I'm picking is by a band called Andrew Jackson Jihad.
I've heard of them. I just don't know anything by them.
You might like them. Honestly, I'm not sure. I don't think you will though because they're very folky.
Oh, right. I'm doing this. Okay.
But
Yeah, I'm
so
very picky when it comes to like folk stuff. So,
I'm picking Andrew Jackson's Jihad or Andrew Jackson Jihad's People Who Can Eat People Are the Luckiest People in the World.
uh,
Um, and
Okay.
I think Mike's gonna hate the vocals on this.
so it seems that they at some point just shortened their name to AJJ.
Yes.
I think I'm
So
gonna go with Denzel Curry's new album.
Oh,
oh,
okay.
oh, okay.
Uh, I guess that gives me an excuse to talk about seeing him perform that whole thing live again. So very cool. Or you can go back and refer to whatever episode I mentioned that in, which was a while ago. Speaking of Denzel Curry, I finally got around to listening to what is it, Imperial recently, and that album is really fucking good.
Nice. I haven't listened to nearly as much as I of him as I've wanted to. But this came out. I listened to a little bit of. I think it's you just want to say Taboo or
Yeah,
TA13.
it's taboo.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Okay, I listened to a little bit of that, but I hadn't listened to all of it. But I still like a lot of his shit.
Yeah. The album he did with Kenny Beats Unlocked is also very good.
Okay.
Also, Mike, can you post a Spotify link to this playlist because I cannot find an active link on YouTube.
Yeah, give me a sec. I'm literally doing that right now.
Hell yeah.
What album?
People
Uh,
who can eat people are the luckiest people in the world.
Yeah, I got it.
yeah, it's interesting.
Wikipedia says that this is considered folk punk, whatever that means.
I went to the first song, skipped to halfway into the middle of the song. Yeah, I think that sounds accurate.
Okay.
I think that's accurate. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, it's a super unique genre that I don't think any of you have gone out of your way to listen to. And I figure I'd pick it because I was introduced to it by an alcoholic who I'm no longer friends with. But uh, I we'll see.
Why is that just the way that people get introduced to folk punk and like crust punk?
What is an alcoholic?
Yeah, like that's how people get introduced to those two genres is usually through another alcoholic.
Well, so I stopped talking to him because, as we all know, I'm a recovered alcoholic. I was very bad, but um, it, I'll just say his name. His name was Michael. Um, I have never, and I've been friends with the man for 4 years, never seen this man without a beer in his hand, including while
Jesus.
driving.
Oh,
Oh.
okay.
And I think I've told you, Conley, but I know I've told you, Michael. My older brother died due to a drunk driving accident where a driver who was under the influence hit him doing 90 while he was on a bike, like a bicycle.
Oh.
Killed him instantly on impact. So I don't fuck with alcohol anymore. Period. Even more so than I already did before. Well, he asked for my help repairing a vehicle, and I was like, yeah, I can help. And he's like, I've got a small dent. I'm like, oh, that's not a problem. We can buy some hot glue sticks, melt them to the frame, and just pull it out. It was not a small dent. He curbed the bed of the truck on a gas station cement post and
Oh.
completely caved in the right side of the bed. Like, completely caved in.
God
There was
damn.
no saving it. Like, it'd be cheaper to just buy a new bed than it would be to try and pull it.
It's just a small dent, I swear.
Yeah, no,
Jesus
he
Christ.
insisted it was a small dent, and I was at Pandas and I got the picture, and I'm like, buddy, that's not a small dent. And he denied he was drinking and driving at the time, but I mean, no one accidentally hits a cement pillar and then keeps going like that. Like, I mean, it was bad.
So funny story.
Oh
I don't know
God.
that I've ever told this story. So while I was at Pitt, I was pulling into Sheets, right? I was parking,
no.
I was going to pick up a burrito. And you ever seen that episode of Bob's Burgers where Tina is learning how to drive and she's in the middle of the parking lot going,
Well, no,
like
I
like
know
1
you,
mile an hour?
yeah.
I know
Yeah.
you bumped into a pole. You
That
told me about
that was me trying to park, temporarily forgetting which one is the brake pedal, and then crashing into a pillar.
Now,
Oh
see,
my.
I believe that one. But I mean, he was turning, and there's no way he didn't hear it. Like, I mean, there was no way he didn't hear it. This probably sounded like someone banging a thunder sheet with a baseball bat.
Oh,
Like,
100%.
Yeah.
I mean, when I say cave, like, hold on. Let me see if I still have the pictures, and then you will understand. I'm sure I do. Okay, here's his messages. Okay. So, yeah, no, for reference,
Oh, that small dent my ass.
Yeah, seriously.
yeah, no, like so beds on trucks have an insulation wall where there's a
Mhm.
hollow layer in between the bins of the bed of the truck and the actual outer panel.
Mhm.
It's there so that if you hit a turn real hard and a piece of wood slams into the bed of the truck, it's not going to puncture it and then fly out of the truck. It'll go through that first layer, hit the second layer, and stop. That dent was in the bed, meaning he went through the insulation wall, through the bed, and like didn't stop. I mean, you don't accidentally do that. Like that's something you hit, you're like, oh shit, I think I just hit something. I'll stop.
Yeah.
Not, oh shit, I hit something. I'm gonna keep turning now.
Yeah.
Like, if a car had hit him going at the speed it would take to deliver that impact, he would have died.
Jesus.
Like, so I don't talk to him anymore, but he did have some immaculate taste in music. So I have a couple of albums from him I'm gonna play on the stream.
Oh, well, okay. I guess if you got one thing.
Very cool. Well, I don't got anything else.
Nope.
Actually, before we go,
Mhm.
just today I spun up a modded Minecraft server. The game plan is to have this up 24/7. It's running on my old computer in my living room. Finally got this shit hooked up after trying to run my own server for years and running into issues. It works flawlessly now. Thank fucking God.
You said 24 hours?
The game plan is 24/7.
You have a 4070K in there, right?
Yes.
Do you know how much power that draws, Mike? That's a lot of power draw.
Let me rephrase. The game plan is I will turn the computer on and the server on when I wake up or when someone wants it. It will be on when people want to play. Is what I mean.
I was going to say 24 hours. I know for a fact you've got a bronze power supply in there because you're cheap. And you have a 4070K and the 1660 is not a big deal.
Actually, wait. Is it this PC that I have the gold or is it the other one? One of them I have a gold in. It might be this one. Hold on. Bear with me.
I mean, that's a high power draw, Mike.
Yeah, you're probably right. I don't care. I don't think about this shit. I'm just like, yeah, I'll just keep it on all the time. Why not?
Mike in a month. Why is my power bill $800?
Did I pay slightly more for my power bill this month than I have previously? Yeah, but whatever. Honestly, I spend a lot of money on AC, as it turns out. Don't worry about it.
Mike realizing he spent over 9K on power. What happened?
Oh, do I not? Hold on. Okay, yeah, it's the new PC that has the 750 plus gold in it, not the old one. Okay.
I'm serious. That'll fry my PS4. Please don't do that.
What about frying a PS4? Put that.
Kaylee bumped it and turned it on, and then turned it on and off like.
Cover that shit in oil. Pop it in the deep fryer. A little bit of powdered sugar. Good shit.
I am not deep frying my PS4, Mike.
You could.
Why would I do that? That would mean I have one more console to recollect for my collection. Speaking of which, I am now only missing 2 consoles to complete every console ever made. So,
Ones.
Hold on.
gamer.
I have a. Hold up.
Which ones are you missing?
You got a Magnavox Odyssey?
Yes, actually,
You motherfucker.
I bought it at a thrift store. I also bought my Intellivision at a thrift store.
Nice.
The only 2 I'm missing now are probably the weirdest ones to be missing, but
You got a Nuya?
I do have an Ouya.
What the
Jesus.
fuck?
God damn.
What
are the 2?
I am missing a Sega Saturn and a Sega Dreamcast.
Really?
Bro,
Those are the 2?
there's a retro game store like 10 minutes from me that has a Dreamcast right now for like
I know
$80.
Stallman. I could drive to Stallman's house and grab it.
Yeah, I mean, shit, if y'all want to help me get it, I'll have the complete collection and the arcade will be finished.
You got a Vectrix?
So you also have like ColecoVisions?
Yes, I have a ColecoVision. And I have all the punch cards for the ColecoVision as well.
Oh my god.
Missing all but one of those.
Jesus fucking Christ.
What did you say I'm missing, Mike?
Do you have a Vectrix?
Let me look up what this thing looks like. I've got too many consoles to remember them all.
Do you have any of those like Japanese exclusive ones?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, I'm missing, if we're counting variations of consoles, I'm missing quite a few.
Well,
But I mean, if you're talking about that, then I need 40 GameCubes.
well, yeah.
So the only reason I know what a Vectrix is because I used to watch a very cool YouTube channel called Classic Game Room, and this dude wouldn't shut up about the thing.
No, I do not have this, and there is a reason for it. These are incredibly rare, incredibly hard to find, and if you do find them, 9 times out of 10, the cathode ray tube in them is dead.
Oh,
Checks out.
I haven't bought that one because it has a built-in CRT, and they're almost impossible to maintenance.
yeah.
But outside of that, or 3, excuse me, I'm also missing an Atari Jaguar. But
It's so
that's
funny
it.
because like those are ones out of all of the ones you have, I would have expected an Intellivision and a ColecoVision to be way harder to find than any of the 3 you mentioned.
Well, so I found them all at thrift stores because I mean, like, here, hold on, I got something right next to me. I found at a thrift store. Let me move my Gundam model so I can actually pull it out. This is one of the ones I found in a thrift store. This is an
God.
Atari 5200.
Yep.
I just found it sitting on a shelf, so I was like, "How much do y'all want for
Mm.
this?" There isn't a sticker on it, and they were like, $5, it's yours.
Mm.
Fuck.
Fuck
And it
off.
came. They gave me Centipede, Pac-Man, Galaga, and like Miss Pac-Man for it.
Why can't I find these fucking things at thrift stores? The fuck?
Oh, I mean, oh, Conley, I've never shown you like
I need to go visit every single fucking thrift
hold
store
on,
in my area.
these are just what's next to me on my bookshelf. So we got my Game Boy SP
Yeah.
with Sapphire and Emerald.
Mhm.
Need to get Ruby. I'm mad as hell. I was gonna buy it from Play and Talk, but my buddy David bought the copy before I could grab it.
Oof.
Yo, shout out to Play and Talk in Gulfport. That place is rad.
It is rad until you learn about their business practices, but I'll get into that when we start playing Minecraft later.
Look, man, I don't know. All I bought was a Gundam toolkit and a
We got a
fucking what's his Rohan figure from them. I don't care.
yes, that's sick. We got my PS Vita. We got my 3DS. This is the blue one because ice blue gamerist color. We got. Is this my new 3DS? I think this is my new 3DS. Yes, this is my new 3DS. I have the extremely hard to find Super Nintendo version.
Nice.
So, speaking of DSs, I'm potentially in the market for getting a DS Lite because I want to play Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days and Recoded.
That's a good one. I actually have one of those. Mine is the Animal Crossing limited edition one. This thing is fucking cool, and I found this at a Goodwill.
Oh, right, an Nvidia Shield.
Right. I have one of their tablets.
Well,
I forgot about those fucking controller thingies.
That's like the original version of the Nvidia Shield, not the new one that was a separate box, right?
Yeah. It's this that was like the first fucking release, I think.
Okay, what else do I actually, okay, now that I'm talking about this, I kind of want to flex this shit. So give me 1 second.
Plot twist coming soon. The next spin-off to the Cringe Crew Music Podcast. Steven doesn't shut up about video games.
Well, first of all, rude as fuck. Second of all, my video working? My video is not working. Hold on.
It is now working.
I see it.
So now let's go to my actual arcade area. We've got my PSP, my PS1 portable, my PS2 Slim, my PS1 that works, my PS1 that I'm in the process of restoring, my Xbox One S, my Wii, my other Wii.
Turn a light on. It's dark as shit.
First, but you're not wrong. Go into kitchen. Hello, welcome to my kitchen. Light is on. Can y'all see that?
Make me a taco while you're in there.
So we have my N64 in the background. Donkey Kong Jungle Green.
I have the same one. I love those.
24 controllers for the damn thing. We got my GameCube with a Wavebird because
Nice.
I'm a nerd.
Very
We got
cool.
my
I
PS3
also have one of those.
4 edition, my Xbox One S. We got my Switch. It's the Razer fucking whatever the hell this thing's called. I can't remember. This is for my phone. This thing's sick as shit.
Oh, the camera turned off.
Oh my god. Oh, have I fixed it?
It is
Here it is.
returned.
Okay, so we got like 30 laptops, all with individual dedicated emulator operating
Oh
systems.
my god.
We got my OG Xbox, my Sega Genesis. This is the Master System. It does have the attachment. I just have it in storage right now.
It's still dark. I can't see. That's a Model 1 Genesis. Yeah.
Yes, but
Okay.
it is Japanese distribution, so it does have the hookups on the bottom for the Master System.
Wait, back up. Okay. So the only thing I know about the Model 1 Genesis is that there was a thing that you could buy called the Power Base Converter. It goes on top and lets you play Master System games. And also, the attachment for the Sega CD for that thing was a fucking giant rectangle that slapped into the bottom.
Yes, which is why it's in storage, not out currently. We've got 2 dedicated Cyber Mini PCs up top. Each one's running a different version of Arch. One's for penetration testing, the other is for emulation.
Whoa, back up. Using Arch for pen testing? Why not use why not use Kali?
So when I used Arch, Kali Linux was still dog shit. And they were still in the process of getting all the coding right. So now I eventually plan to upgrade this. I eventually plan to upgrade the white one to Kali Linux. That's my pen test. This is my main rig. That's my other mini rig. We've got my fucking... My brain died. My record player speakers there. What else do I have here? Oh yeah, I have another Xbox One S.
Jesus.
I've got 2 more dedicated emulation PCs with a board above it for my bench. I've got another one back there on the shelf, which is kind of hard to see, but my Atari 5200, my NVIDIA, a fuck ton of games for the various consoles that aren't in storage right now, more in storage. We got my other dedicated server PC. This is the one Kaylee uses. What else do I have out right now that I think is kind of gamer? Oh shoot. What else? I'm sure there's something that I'm missing and I'm gonna be mad I didn't talk about it. Oh yeah, my Windows MXR headset. This thing is cool.
Nice. Yeah, those are really cool.
New setup, by the way, kind of gamer.
Also nice. I need to get one of those. I need to do that fucking IKEA setup where you get the table that's like 70 inches long.
Yeah.
I mean, I just bought this one at Walmart for like $70.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
I have a slight dent in mine from punching it, so.
There's a dent in mine because I tried to attach my mic clamp to it and the edge isn't long enough.
Okay, what other cool shit do I have? Oh yeah, I didn't even talk about my collectible games that I've got. So I have the limited edition Majora's Mask with the lenticular cover.
Very cool.
Very cool. We got a bunch of really niche GameCube controllers that are super sick. I got 2 of the Mad Catz Microns. These things are hard as fuck to find. Oh yeah, I got another Switch that Joe gave me so that
Jesus.
Look, man, I love consoles.
Mm-hmm.
This is just what I have out. Those are all dedicated emulation machines for a different system. So I think my mini. This is an Intel Chromebook that I flashed with Ubuntu that I'm running my Xbox emulator on. This is running.
Fuck.
This is running my OG NES. This one is the first gift Kaylee ever got for me. It's running PS3 emulator. This one is running Kira or Kirix, whatever the Switch emulator is.
There's a new Switch emulator. I forget what it's called.
But yeah, these are
Doesn't
all
matter.
that I just rebuilt kernels for Linux and made my own emulator systems for using existing code.
Nice.
I have a problem.
Okay.
Just a little
But
bit.
but hear me out. Okay? You listening? Steam
I
Deck.
am. Okay, yes, but hear me out. That's not as cool as having an individual system for everything.
No, fuck you. This thing rules.
Also, Raspberry Pi 4. This runs my Pi-hole server as well
Nice.
as some other neat niche programming stuff. This is my Raspberry Pi. Is this my B plus? Yes, this is my B plus.
Nice.
This one's running Retro OS, so I can just bring this with me to friends' houses and we can play like all kinds of retro games and shit.
I've been meaning to do that.
I have, honestly, if you want to get into it and you're not super familiar with it, so you don't
Oh,
want to.
I'm a Linux. I'm a Linux admin, so I do enough Linux shit.
So
This little fucker is cool as shit.
Mm-hmm.
This is a Raspberry Pi Zero.
Mm-hmm.
are you by chance aware of a company called Analog?
Analog. Are those the ones that make the conversion adapters for retro consoles?
So they make basically really high-end versions of the NES, the Genesis, and now the Game Boy that basically you could plug in a cartridge, rip it directly to the system, and it's all like HDMI out and like high-end audio with everything.
Yes, I have heard of them. I planned on buying one, but their shit is kind of expensive. Reasonably so, but... Oh, I remember the other cool thing I wanted to show.
Ah, nice.
My OG Game Boy Color. We got that. Put Yoshi back up. He's
Not
probably
the clear purple one.
Uh,
That one
we
the
got-
best.
we got an OG
Jesus
Pentium
fuck!
2.
What is that?
Back when it was a fucking slot, not a socket. Jesus Christ.
We have the first servers I ever worked on. These are legit the processors from those servers. These are Intel Pentium Pros. That, my friends, will probably outperform anything you own today with heat dissipation. And you want to know why? That cap is solid gold.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, the first Pentiums were so fucking nice.
Here we go. This is a processor. Mike's
Oh,
probably heard of,
All
but I
about
don't.
the Pentiums, baby.
Yeah.
This shit's gamer. So this was the only modern competitor to Intel and AMD. Y'all know that little company Oracle?
Yeah.
Have y'all ever heard of Sun?
Yes,
Yes.
I have indeed, because I've had to fucking work on their systems.
This is an Ultra Spark 3.
This
was the world's first completely open source processor.
Yeah.
So that thing's cool. That's an Intel Xeon from my first processor. This is the first motherboard I ever owned.
I still work on Sun Microsystems, so.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then we've got my silver JDM GameCube up there.
Nice.
My purple American GameCube. Because fun fact, the GameCube's revision 01 were region locked.
I remember that, yeah.
That's also why I don't own my two favorite GameCubes. One, because one is astronomically expensive. It's the Char Ansible Red Comet edition.
Oh,
It's like $1,900.
yeah.
And then the Pumpkin Spice Orange one. I don't own because it's region locked and you have to modify it to get it to work with modern hardware. Also, PS4 chillin'. But yeah, so those are the consoles that I have out right now. As you can see, I have a problem.
A little bit.
A little bit. I went through a hyperfixation fit where I was obsessed with collecting consoles, and that has led to this chaos.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know if I have anything else to talk about.
Well, this has been Steven talks about video games for 20 minutes. It was very cool. Thank you.
If
Uh,
y'all down here, I'll let y'all play them.
Maybe someday.
Well, Mike played on some of my consoles before, so.
Maybe someday.
Home, I miss you.
Nah. Mississippi sucks.
But, please.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not eager to visit Mississippi again. I used to live in Texas. I'm not keen on that.
I'll take. It's really hard to say that I'll take Texas over that any day nowadays.
I would have taken Texas back then over that. Now I wouldn't take either.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm chilling.
Yeah, same.
Mississippi went from the most racist state in the world, and then Texas started getting up there. So
Yeah, and then Texas said hold my beer on everything. Just hey, hold my beer to be one of the worst fucking states in the union. I mean, what?
yeah, I saw a talk yesterday. It was like Texas has the right to secede from the United States of America, and someone duetted it and said Texas has the right to fuck around and find out.
I just imagine what would fucking happen if they seceded, and I almost wish it would happen just to see the look on all their fucking faces when shit hits the fan. But at the same time, I also don't. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking about politics. If you have me talk about politics, I'll be here for the next 7 hours.
Me too.
Yeah, please don't.
That's a different podcast.
Yeah, that's a different podcast for a different day.
So anyway, before I was interrupted, I guess Minecraft is a thing. We got a server. If you're interested, hop in the Discord. It's underneath the looking for group channel. I got a thread there with all the login info. You can hop in and modded shenanigans. To give you an idea of what you're in for, I walked around. I found an enchanted forest with a huge mushroom that was guarded by a druid that proceeded to attack me. I ran away into a mysterious house full of magic books, and outside were 2 ogres that tried to fuck up my day. So that's where I'm at.
Well then.
Oh no, he has returned.
Also, one more thing I forgot to show off. So I found these at the bargain bins, Mike. These are Antec custom power supply cables.
Yeah.
They're really cool. I got them for $8. Also, all of my hard drives.
Jesus.
I am a technology hoarder.
It's okay. Anyone that's into IT is also a technology hoarder. I also have somewhere in my house a box of drives and cables.
Yeah, but I'm bad. I have like 32 working laptops and probably
Yeah, no, that's different. Yeah.
Like 60 or 70 fully built desktops at my mom's house. Mike's seen my closet.
Jesus.
I also have a fully working Intel PowerEdge or Dell PowerEdge server blade underneath my bed at mom's house that I need to get.
Nice. I've been meaning.
I do remember that thing. Yep. All right. So yeah, we're done. Music podcast done. I'm gonna go play Minecraft. Feel free to hop in. Albums picked. We'll see you next time.